Denarth Family Chronicles, Family Diary, here we go. High Winter. So that's what I figured. Seeking Misfortune. Month of Trawl. So let's try to remember everything that could be important here. Month of Trawl is when he comes home. High Winter. Found nothing. And he found the fake rod of the Warlock Lord, whatever that thing is called. Hasn't mentioned Lucas. Saul left. He met a dwarven soldier who left with him. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Month of Trawl, 13th day. So what is the next thing that we might be asked? Because I bet there's 3 questions, right? Rule of 3. She contracted the Black Death. Joined the Evil Wizard's company. Well, that's the end of the entry. Okay, so, well, let's try it again. Yeah, we're gonna try it again. We're not a grave robber. And the first question was... Oh, it's different questions. The name of Saul's friend was Lucas. Saul was hoping to find treasure. And, oh no, how long after he left? Ooh. A fortnight or a week? I think it was a fortnight. Oh. Okay. Yep. Wow. So there's like a whole lot of questions there that we could have gotten wrong. I have to admit, I'm quite surprised. I still do not pretend to understand how you know these things, but it matters not. The fact that you did not steal from the old woman is enough for me. I have plenty of vacant rooms here. Choose one, little man. No need to pay me. The tale I will be able to tell is enough tale I will be able to tell from this is payment enough. Hello, Twister Zero Cade. How's it going? Thank you for the follow.
All right, first place.
I don't know why the audio alert is so delayed now. I think there's something. In fact, I think that Twitch, the whole Twitch thing is delayed for me. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I think there's actually a delay on the chat for me on my end. Hey, how's it going? Just getting back into Shadowgate. It's been a couple weeks. Having appeased the unkempt innkeeper, you get your first good look at the inn. The place is deserted, except for the striking-looking woman in the corner. Your eyes meet, and you feel quite strange. She seems to... seems. There's a few typos in this game. She seems to look into your very soul. Ah, yes, this is the Seeress that I believe we encountered in the manual. Don't know this game? This is Shadowgate 64. And so far, it has been great. I understand that there are some complaints about this game. That anyone who played original Shadowgate would probably not like it so much. I looked at a little bit of footage of the original Shadowgate. My understanding is that the original Shadowgate, despite being a point-and-click adventure, was actually pretty action-packed. There was like every other room there was a monster and things that traps you had to avoid. And so far, this game has not had a whole lot of that. In fact, I would say there were no monsters so far. But we'll see when we actually get into the Towers of Trials that maybe by then there will be some creatures to bother us. What a nicely kept shop. Oh, well, I guess we need to actually go to the side and talk to her. This game has been very, it's been puzzle heavy, the way you might expect Shadowgate to be. But, it has been much more like a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing adventure with no combat, is basically what it's been so far. There's been a lot of talking to NPCs, learning about the world, exploring Castle Shadowgate, and that's about it so far. There haven't been any monsters to speak of. There's been ghosts, but that's about it. And the ghosts are all friendly so far. So far. Del, I knew you would come here. I also knew you would escape the dungeon. How? I'm a Cirrus. I can foresee such things, just as I foresaw your arrival here. In fact, I saw a vision of you long before you were captured. I spoke to the thieves days before your caravan entered this territory. A halfling, I told them, but not any halfling. One with valuable knowledge. What? You blame me? On the contrary, it's because of me that you're still alive, that you still live. The thieves would have robbed your caravan and killed you in the process. So now I ask you to return the favor. Seek out my brother Agaar and free him. Oh, okay, we can do that. He was captured. I fear he will not live through the night. Please forgive me for involving you, but I have no choice. Will you help me? Yes. We're almost there to doing it, too. Thank you, Del. I knew you were more than a simple halfling. Oh, well, you didn't have to go that far to call me simple. To get to the lower dungeon, you have to go past the room of the dungeon keeper. Be careful that he doesn't notice you. Perhaps you can come up with a distraction. When you find Agaar, give him this orb. He will know what to do with it. Now go, Del. Fare thee well. Cirrus hands you the magical orb. Alright, cool. So I think we're pretty close to getting there. I have the violin, but I don't know what to do with it. And it may just be one of those contextual things, like I need to do it now that I have the ingredients to solve the puzzle. Now that I have the context for the puzzle and why we're going down there. But let's explore the inn first, shall we? Now that we're finally in here. Let's see. Oop. Sometimes with these Nintendo 64 games, it's a little difficult to tell what is a stray texture like this and what is an actual interactable. Ah, we got another note. A travel guide. Let's take it. I think that's been the weakest part of the game so far, is there's lots and lots of note reading. It makes me feel like I'm playing a horror indie game right now. Played enough of those with lots and lots of contextual notes telling you that, oh no, I'm about to die, and I've written this note for anyone who might, oh no, I died. Yeah, like a few of these look like they could be posters. Like this looks like a poster on a wall or something with writing. I suppose that could be too. In fact, it kind of looks like, if you kind of look at the shape in the center as like a head or something, it looks like it could be a wanted poster. Alright, so let's see if the innkeeper might loosen his lips a bit now that we're friendly. Hello, traveler. You wish to learn of Festus? Are you in need of a loan? Or perhaps you were looking to purchase something. This may not be wise. Festus is basically a loan shark who masquerades as a goods merchant. I see. He loans money out, obtaining a person's valuables as collateral, then charges an exorbitant amount of interest, and may even sell off the collateral. I don't trust him, but I must admit to having purchased an item or two from him. Okay, so we've got that information. What can you tell me about this violin? Anything? I don't need such a thing. Okay, so he doesn't want that. You got anything else to tell me? Any other hints? I'm in no mood to talk of unpleasant things. Okay. So it's not going to be too helpful in that regard. What if I show her the violin? Can't be used here. Yes, we're on the way to doing that. Do you have any reaction to that? Why are you wasting time giving me things like this? Well, that was not the plan. Okay, so I guess we're gonna try a few things. I need to go to the dungeon keeper's room and see if I can play the violin. Now they said make a distraction. It seems like we could get along with the dungeon keeper, which is a weird prospect to me, but that seems in line with what we're doing in this game. Like, there's a lot of, it seems like the factions are fast and loose. It doesn't seem like there's a designated evil in this game. So we have the magical orb. What does the magical orb do? Let me go in this room and try it out. So we're in here now. What's that? Can't be used here. Okay, first of all, we've made a bit of progress, so let's save. I don't need an unnecessary death here. It's gotta be something in this room. Like, I think I need to take these logs. I think I need to set a fire in the other room, but then there would be no reason to have the violin. So let's try it again. Can't be used here. And I don't know if I need a bow for it. I think that's the thing, is I don't know if I need a bow for the violin. I don't know if it's implied to be there already. We have a whole lot of items. The magical orb. What is this all about? This is the wizard's... I assume that's the wizard's, like, spellcasting trinket. But I don't know... Well, we saved, so let's just go for it. Oh! I can just step into the room now. Okay. Well, that's surprising. Can't be used here. Here's the bow. Okay. There's enough of a visual clue with the bow and sheet music. Alright. Yeah, here's the sheet music. You find it hard to believe that the dungeon keeper can actually read sheet music. Well, maybe the... Well, I guess... Oh, that's weird. I tried using the violin. There we go. Place the violin on the desk. You hear a rustle from the far side of the room. Someone is coming this way! Panic-stricken, you look for a place you might hide. I know where we're hiding. We're hiding over here. Yeah. Never mind me. Into the dungeon we go. We've done it. Yes. Let's go ahead and save. The fact that I can't change save slots makes me think that I can't screw this up, so hopefully that's the case. So let's see, it would have been this cell, I think, right? Maybe this one over here? Aha, there he is. Do I have the dungeon key? What was the dungeon key? The key does not work. Yes, I figured that might be the case. The rusty key? No, that one doesn't work. Okay, so we're looking for a dungeon key in here. Or some other way to break him out. Keys in this game have been, so far, a little bit difficult to find. Nothing useful here. Well, let's talk to Agaar. How's it going, buddy? Okay, well, I guess not. That's not a solution. We do need to find a key, but maybe I have to go back upstairs. Maybe it's stuck in that room. Or dare I say I actually have to... Oh, here we go. This would be keys. That looks like the one. Take the key. Okay, Agaar, we're coming for you. Let's sneak out of here. There it is. Dell, you've come back for me. Hurry. Oh no, we've been locked inside. Ah, I knew you would find. Knew I would find you. Now you will pay. We have no time. But if I had some way to create a spell, that is our only hope now. Well, sure do. The orb. Yes, this will work. Hold on to me, Dell. Oh no, we've trapped him in the dungeon. A twist of fate. Lock the cell door, Dell. Hurry. I must check in on my sister. Meet me at the Rusty Sword Inn. And poof, he's out of there. Couldn't have brought me with you. Come on. I've got you now, little man. Oh, oops. The dungeon keeper. Yeah. That's no good. Oops, I screwed that one up. Okay, well, that's no problem. I didn't exactly solve that much. There's not much to redo there. Okay, anything new about this one? Nope. It's the same death screen as before. Let's get back to it. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I feel a little weird about the fact that we didn't just hand the dungeon keeper the violin. Oh, whoops, I don't have a key. But I suppose that's a more fitting conclusion to that scenario. That despite having a weakness, the giant is still not our friend. Okay. Dungeon key. We have no time. We must create a spell. Take the orb. Yes, we're outside of the room now. Okay, so that's why I have to lock the door. Well, I don't suppose the dungeon keeper would have gone back to, you know, I don't know, back to the inn to come get us. We could just run away. Sorry, pal. You'll get out of there eventually. Sleep it off.